All right. Now it's time for the controversial episode because we haven't been controversial enough. Oh boy, Jonathan's not here to rein me in. And I will say, having Jonathan be the person to rein you in is scary. It's a scary thing. um, because sometimes I'm having to rein him in. But there's no strings on me. So readers prefer AI writing to MFA writing. A research paper published in the SSRN journal, so this is a major academic journal, just came out suggesting that readers, both expert readers and casual readers, prefer AI generated writing over work from MFA trained pros. So they did the study two different ways. They simple prompted GPT-4o, Claude 3.5, and Gemini 1.5. So these are older models. And you'll tend to find this, all the research papers, since making a research paper takes so long, by the time the research paper gets published, it's talking about models that are, in some cases, so old you can't even use them anymore. I don't think Gemini 1.5 is even available. And GPT-4o got canceled, and then they brought it back temporarily. And I think Claude 3.5 has also been deprecated. So anyway, in the study, they did basic prompting, and people preferred the humans. So if you just go to Claude and say, write me a story in the style of so-and-so, it will have kind of an AI ring to it, and people won't like it. But they then fine-tuned the models, pulling in all of the writing from a famous author into the RAG, which is a kind of memory. So it's a way of kind of tuning the AI. So this is sophisticated prompting, the kind of prompting that I do behind the scenes for some of the pickaxe or some of the Patreon toolbox tools. So more than what you could just get chatting with ChatGPT easily. And then they presented the fine-tuned AI pieces to readers, and then they presented basically the same prompt given to humans that were expert MFA graduates. So MFA is Master of Fine Arts. And the readers in general, the expert readers, preferred the AI written pieces. And the casual readers also preferred the AI written pieces. And only 3% of the stories were flagged as AI by the top detectors. So it's all about fine tuning the AI model. If you can, and if you're sophisticated enough to fine tune an AI model, you can outright an MFA graduate writer. And so the study goes on to talk about how they did that. And I'm not really here to teach you how to write books with AI and how to do that well, but I will say that there are people who are doing this, and people who have figured this process out. These researchers didn't invent these techniques. And there are authors who are writing a bestseller every week using this kind of technique. And it's part of the reason why some people are seeing their sales really fall on Amazon, because they can't outright the AI. Now, I do have an episode titled How to Write Better Than ChatGPT that I encourage you to listen to. But I will say that this is more of an indictment of MFA programs. So MFA authors don't do well in the market, generally speaking. So if you look at the New York Times bestseller list, you look at the USA Today bestseller list, you look at the Amazon bestseller list, which is the purest bestseller list because it's not pruned based off of any kind of editorial guidelines, you'll see very few MFA graduates in the bestseller list. They don't tend to do well because a lot of what you learn in an MFA program is not just unhelpful, it's anti-helpful. It doesn't help you learn how to write commercial fiction, the kind of fiction that readers want to buy. You're better off, instead of spending $100,000 to go through an MFA program, you're better off signing up for the 5-year plan, which is $200. And it has 5 years of training for you. Now, I will warn you, the course, the 5-year plan, is $200 right now. The price will go up soon because we're in the process of upgrading it. But you'll spend at least that again in books. So we recommend a lot of books for you to read as a part of that course. So it's like a full 4-year training. And we've had really great results from students who've gone through that program, and it's way, way, way cheaper. And one of the big differences is that the 5-year plan prepares authors to write books with commercial appeal, or the kind of books that become bestsellers. Naomi says, 100% not surprised that AI does better than MFA writers. I mean, I don't read MFA writers. Do you? They're too focused on literary devices and pleasing a small circle of academics to resonate. Yeah. I strongly believe or strongly suspect that if this study were done again, comparing best-selling authors to AI, that the best-selling authors would win every time.